We're now going on to funny stories or funny past stories.
You said you had a really good one for this.
And
I've still been trying to think of one.
so, secondary school.
I've got one. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about it. Luke would know about it. It was something to do when I did when I was a baby. But I'm not sure if it's against TOS.
Oh.
I don't want to say it public. It's too embarrassing. It's too embarrassing. No. No. Probably when I'm ill one day and I can't come here, Luke will probably say it.
We'll hold you to that, Luke.
He's probably cleaning his room still.
His avatar just keeps glitching around on my screen.
Yeah, he's using the emote that makes you go.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's hear the story that you had to tell.
So, secondary school. For Americans who don't know anything about the UK school system, a secondary school is literally at high school, but it's 2 years less, and those 2 years you go to college instead. We have to wear uniforms as well, which is kind of depressing. But as we're, you know, like, have you ever like gone to meetings before you go to secondary school to see what that secondary school's like open days? We went to the open day at Camborne Academy, and it, like, there was banners all over this town, all over the surrounding area, saying this is the best school in Cornwall, the best school in the whole southwest of like England. And I was, you know, obviously that brought our attention. They had loads of brilliant advertisement. It's like Call of Duty when they're advertising their game. No,
Oh no, not God.
it literally hypes you up, and then you're like, right, this place is amazing, let's go there. And the open day was really good, and it did trick us to go to this school. And there's only a couple warning red flags, and one of them I'm going to discuss is the head teacher had a little assembly with all of our parents. So I'm sat next to my mum in this assembly, and he was going on about the school being great and all, it's multinational, loads of people all over the world comes here. And then after that part, he was talking about toilets for 20 minutes straight to a bunch of parents. And to make it even worse, parents were just, literally toilets.
Yeah, but what's interesting about a toilet?
Camborne Academy has the best toilets in the whole of the Cornwall. It has the best toilets, period. It's got the cleanest toilets. You can eat off the... Literally going on about how great the toilets were for 20 minutes.
So he's got a toilet kink.
Yeah, he probably does. He's probably got a toilet in his office. Just sits on it.
Desk is literally like made out of toilet paper that's been used.
And I was just like, that's the first red flag. The second red flag is my first day at the school. Going in, and it was literally, it felt like the fucking military. We were in the courtyard. They're all like yelling at us, and I'm just sitting there, just like not sitting there. I'm just standing there thinking, shit, I think I've gone to the wrong fucking school. This seems like a military school. We're literally in rows, and they're like, that's the wrong haircut. Your uniform's not sharp enough. You need to iron your uniform. I was just thinking,
wrong haircut.
Yeah.
You had to have a specific haircut.
Yeah. I did leave this
the
school.
The only limitations I had in my school. Oh, fair.
I left in early year 8.
Ah, fair. Yeah, I was gonna say, because my school, the only thing we couldn't do, well, obviously we had to have a uniform and look presentable and all that. The only thing we can do is dye our hair.
Nah, this one was proper fucking... You have to have like badges. We were put into like houses, and you had to have your house badge. If you didn't have your house badge, you had to go to like some, I don't know, I think they call it the S office, which is student support. And as we're marching, we marched our forms for 15 minutes. He's giving us these books and saying, your parents have to sign this book every week, otherwise it's a detention. And I was just thinking, I'm sorry, okay, great. Oh shit, great. This is great as well. I promise I'm not flipping you off. My controller's just doing this.
Wow.
and I just need to squeeze them. But after that, we were in an assembly, and the first assembly, the toilet assembly, very chilled. He was very polite to everyone, very nice. This assembly, he's talking to all the students. He's fucking yelling. He's going on about the lines in the sand. Don't cross the fucking lines in the sand. Then he goes on, like, if you get bullied, that's tough. And I was just thinking, what a great thing to say what a great thing to say to a bunch of new students. If you get bullied, tough. I get bullied. I get bullied by my superiors. I was like, I'm really sorry, but that's none of our issues. We're here to learn. We're not here to. Yeah. So I eventually left that school, but there's a lot of like weird shit that happens there. Now, your turn.
My turn.
Yes.
Well, wait, what about the other story that we're going to talk about? That certain person.
The John stories.
Yeah, the John story. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
I know you gotta tell your story first.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of one. I dated a girl in school, primary. And then she dumped me on the last day when I bought her a bunch of gifts.
I'm trying.
I've always thought that was.
I'm trying.
I thought that was always funny.
It's sad. It's sad and funny.
It's very sad.
I don't want to laugh.
It's hilarious.
I don't want to laugh, but
I'm trying to think what happened in my school. I was pretty a normal kid. Nothing really funny happened. I mean, obviously you get the occasional like, oh no, that okay, let's try this one. Okay, so you know though you always have those kids who like have like a an argument all the time with each other, who just hate each other for no reason. So there was these two people. I won't say their names.
yeah.
I'm gonna call one Hosk and the other one Kizza.
Are they
So
cats?
Hosk is my friend. No, they do sound like cat names. So a Hosk was my friend, and we used to talk a lot. And this was in secondary school, I must clarify.
Yes.
So Hosk, my friend, Kizza. He's one of those people who's just like, you don't hate, but you kind of just chill with.
I've had one
They're not
person like that.
Yeah, you don't hate them, but you can talk to them, you can make conversation, but they're not considered your friend.
Yeah.
So this Kizza was sometimes a troublemaker as well, and during maths, one of my favourite classes to do, the teacher said to him, get out, you're disrupting the class, all that stuff, all the lovely stuff that you get here. Then, as he was leaving, Hosk said, get lost, you twat.
What? What, to the teacher?
No, to Kizza. Then like 10 minutes later, after the teacher said you can come back in, Kizza just started flipping tables. Like 2 tables just to get to Hosk.
Absolutely.
Flips the table and tries to
Why
beat
could
Hosk in the face.
Why could he just
And
walk?
Hosk just picks him up by the neck and just does that. And he knocks him out. And I'm just sat next to him like, what? Because I was so confused. Because he just walks in, flips 2 tables, and gets knocked out.
What in the fucking
in
buckets
under,
has just
like, 10
happened?
seconds. Exactly. Yeah. So other than that, I don't really have any other like funny things. Not that I can think of at the moment. Anyway, our year was pretty normal considering. So like, our school was doing really bad. Our year came in, like, usually every year there's usually like 200 students per year.
Yeah.
Or something like that. That's like the normal amount. For my year, there was only 94. I think that was the exact number. 94, including me. So, and when we joined, the whole school just turned around. So we keep saying, yeah, it was our year that made the school turn around. I actually saw one of my receptionists at the ED a few days ago.
I hadn't seen my
pretty
teachers.
I mean, I was one of those kids and all that who was just like, I don't really care my status. Like, you know, you get the people who care about, oh my god, I'm popular.
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
cool
not popular.
kids.
I was chill with everyone. Apart from there was a few people who I just didn't despise, I just disliked because of what they did. Like, there was one kid when I was in catering class called, I'm gonna say his name, Drew, so me and my friend called Jack, that's his real name, we're just talking and all that, blah blah blah, trying to fix this like thing in catering. Then we hear from like the IT room, Drew, stop looking at porn. And, like,
Oh.
Drew was literally trying to look at porn on the school computers.
Oh, I think.
And then he had to, anytime he wanted a computer, he had to be like shadowed. It was pretty funny.
I might like on one of my open days at Hale School. I was looking at This was like 2014, 15. So GTA on last gen and next gen was still quite popular. So no, this was 2014, exactly 2014. So GTA Online was quite popular on the PS3 and Xbox 360, and we were just doing IT. And then for some reason, the teacher was really interested in what I was doing. And you know the GTA girl in the front cover? That was on my screen. And then for some reason, because there wasn't enough people at the open day, they had multiple schools come in. And all of these kids, I had no idea why, they just decided to look at my screen and go, Miss, he's looking at porn. And I was like, what? What? Grand Theft Auto. It's right there, Grand Theft Auto. It's just the cover art.
GTA.
No, it's just like we were making posters, and I was making a Grand Theft Auto one, and I don't know why, but it's like.
To be fair, that is one poster you would not really want to do in school, because you get those kids like, he's looking at Willy. Booby. Hey. He's looking at boo-boobs.
Booby. That's such. My leg has risen again. This leg, it's actually visibly taller than this one for some reason. I have no idea why.
Usually stink.
My brother's come into my room. Tom, shoot. Unless you want to get on the VR and join us. Oh, okay. You know,
That was an easy no.
you know, as soon as Tom gets the Quest 3, he's being on this podcast.
Okay.
World's first Harper's brother.
I should get my brother on. He would never do that.
I used to give him the Quest 2, but then he just never used it, and then I just sold it. But John stories. We're going off topic. John stories. You want to hear about the John stories?
I love.
So I'm calling it the John stories because I'm not using his actual name, because I still know him, and I don't want people to ever go up to him and start going, why the fuck did you do this back then? So I don't want any hate going towards him, so I'm just going to call him John. So I knew him since primary, and he had I feel quite bad for him because he had a very troubled childhood growing up. Like, he was taken from his parents, put into a foster home. He got adopted, and his parents that adopted him, I still speak to them now. They're very nice. He doesn't live in the village, but I still speak to his adopted parents because they're very nice people. And I just don't know. He's had a sort of troubled upbringing. Like, he actually lost his first adopted mum to cancer, so I can understand that really, because trauma can affect people in different ways. So I can imagine that's had a massive knock on to him. which would probably explain the very questionable things he did in secondary school, which I'll be discussing in the John stories. But what do you want to hear first? I reckon I have mentioned something.
You've mentioned it. Was this the one that I can't remember what it was exactly now? Just tell us what he did. Actually, it will remind me.
He would occasionally he'd pick fights with random people for no reason. He was very, very weird with women, like very weird. He did a bunch of. I think to sum it up, like he's the type of person where he pretends to wank everywhere. Like he would shove his hand down his trousers, and then he would pretend. And I was like, yeah, it's a bit funny, but then it gets really awkward when he starts doing it in public.
You do it.
I don't.
You do.
No, like what I mean in public. I mean, so one time, we had in English. We had a cover teacher, last lesson of the year, and I gotta say, he probably made it the most funniest lesson of the whole of like year 8 for me. Because what he decided to do was stick his hand down his trousers and pretend to start doing, start masturbating to our teacher. And
Not so lovely.
I feel quite bad for at the time. You should never do anything like this, even if it's a joke. You should not do it because it's just not great. It's just a very shitty thing to do.
Advice.
Yes, take my advice.
From experience.
Do not do this. You'll end up upsetting the teacher,
Do not
and it's
masturbate in class.
no.
Advice.
You should do anyway.
Or just don't do it in general. Don't masturbate.
I don't. They could do what they want. It's just maybe don't do it in a public space, or especially in front of
Don't masturbate.
or maybe don't do it in front of a teacher. Not a great idea. Because
Don't masturbate.
go in on the tables, everything's grand. I'm like at the very end. The tables are literally in 4s, so they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're like columns all facing the front.
Classes.
And each column had 4 seats, and we're at the back, and we're just watching movie trailers all day. No, it wasn't movie trailers. It was source film animations all day, trying to learn about English and stuff.
Okay.
And I was at the very end, but I was next to John. Yeah, I was next to John, and Joe was that side. Brad, yeah. So I was next to John. Joe was next to me, and then Brad was next to Joe. I think I've confused myself.
Okay.
And I didn't notice anything. I just thought Jonty's just wiggling his arm. He's just being Jonty. He's got, ADHD, autism. He's just a bit, movie. I didn't think anything of it at the time. And then Brad notices it, looks over. What is he doing? And then nudges Joe. Joe looks, and that's when Joe nudges me and goes, "Harry, look what he's doing. He's doing something weird." And that's obviously I looked, and literally all I see is that. And I'm just sort of like, I take one glance. Shit, and then I take a massive look at Jonty. And then he's he's just staring at the teacher. And it's just like,
yes.
Fuck.
Was the teacher male or female?
Female.
I've lost faith in humanity. Continue.
So, as we're clips going on, and then like I just sort of started shuffling my chair the opposite way because I didn't feel very comfortable. I was like, it's a tad bit weird. I think he was faking it. He did say he was faking it, and I would like to believe he's faking it. But at the time, I thought he was actually doing it because, you know, I was young. This was year 8, and I was like,
Year 8?
yeah, this was year 8.
God.
So I'm just shuffling my chair just sort of away, and then the people, the cool kids, you know, the kids that, I wouldn't say they're cool, but the ones that always mess about, always get in trouble. The ones that usually bully, yeah, everyone knows them, like the sort of cool kids, yeah. So they're just, this is the one-off time where they're not doing something stupid and they're not getting in trouble. They're just generally watching and asking questions to the teacher. This is the one time they're being good. And it wasn't until like one of them, Kieran, looks behind them and sees all of us talking and looking at John team and really weird. And Kieran just looks underneath the table and sees what John's doing. And then he looks back, looks at me, starts like blinking. I'm thinking, what the fuck, is he blinking Morse code? What is he trying to do? and then his best mate next to him, Kathan, just he's a druggie. He's always on weed or something. He just and there's like Kieran tries to tell the teacher. Teacher sends him out. Says, "You're disrupting the class. Stop being so naive."
Shut the fuck up.
And as he's outside, that's where
He's
Kathan,
just staring at him, just like, what the fuck is he doing?
as he gets sent outside, as all this monstrosity, like all these things happening, Kieran is outside and he's just peeking through the fucking window, the tiniest window, making us all laugh. Teacher doesn't know anything, but all we see,
He's jerking off.
they're literally he's knocking on the door and going, look, and then Kathan just Kathan just straight up said, "Miss, John's wanking," and then obviously the teacher gets straight up, looks at John, and that's when I'm like, I proper moved my chair. I literally launched myself into Joe, and I felt quite bad for Joe because I think I nearly hurt him a fair bit.
His elbow.
I did say sorry to him, but at the time I was like, I'm not part of this. This is not me. And then like, it was like a 5-second delay because he's still doing it, and then the teacher was just staring at him. It was like it felt like a fucking eternity. It was just like 5 seconds of them two staring at each other. The teacher very, very pissed off, and then John just yeah,
He buses.
and then I had to stay behind because his mum would drop me off because obviously we live in the same village. Parents are very lovely.
Oh no.
Our parents get along, so I had to stay back.
Parents' reaction would be,
They didn't tell him.
God.
They didn't tell him, luckily. Otherwise, it would have been a very awkward journey home.
John, why are you masturbating to his But, Mom! It's special.
It's special.
You can just imagine how that's always sounds. Yeah.
But yeah.
It's special.
We got taken. I was like, I'm not gonna tell your parents. But
Thank God.
please do not do that ever again. Otherwise, I'm gonna chop it off with some shears.
Mid-conversation, he's just going like, yeah, keep what?
No, don't say that, please. I'm got nightmares now. That traumatized me.
PTSD.